give a high-level idea of what is the role is. Okay, so for one company, when they hire an engineer, their role could be having certain functions from production engineering and certain functions from industrial engineering. Okay, so the other perspective is what is the discipline, right? So discipline is a kind of a field. So you have production engineering, industrial engineering. So these terms, I mean, what is covered under these terms or a discipline, often it overlaps. There's no like specific red line to separate those, right? The other thing is these how they use these terms differs based on different industries and different country of origin. For example, if you look at a company in UK, but the company corporate headquarters in US, then that company, even in UK, they will use the terminology that headquarters is using in US. Okay, so it's the real understanding can be found only through the further research. So, like for example, if somebody is having an interest in on what courses, what postgraduate interest in, you have to like research on that one. In that country, you are at the college website, job boards, then you can get the real idea. So I hope that add something to the same topic. Somebody gives their
I guess can you YouTube microphone? Okay, go ahead. And we have a question, Damika. In what areas can the production engineer work? I mean, in the question says that I have heard that we can work on planning. What are the other areas?
Okay, so when you say production engineering, the main areas that you will touch upon is, so it will be some production or production flow, right? For example, like it's not related to like maintaining something, maintaining a heavy machinery or capital equipment in a company, but when you say production engineering, it could have like production planning, designing something related to production, like for example, say that you are designing trays for packaging, right? To do that, you have to design the molds, like starting with those CAD/CAM, or computer designing, then creating all those molds, then make sure all the materials are there, labor is there, then take care of the production flow until it goes to the inventory, right? And at the same time, it will include planning the production flow, production flow layout. So those are like kind of a high level or the important factors in production engineering. Like one thing to note actually, if you check on US, the industrial engineering is very close to production engineering. I mean, just like literally no difference. Same in manufacturing engineering. So I will have some sample job descriptions for them to review. So what I'm going to do is, can I share one document with someone from sl2college so they can distribute it to the
yeah, like if you want, you can share it with me, or you can even just drop it to the current group. So if they want, they can download it as well.
So this is a Google document actually. I just put together like what the discussion. I'll share it with Sampath. Can you then try to email me?
Yeah. Then I'll share it with me. Then you can talk it later, so I can put it into the forum.
Okay. Okay. We will do it after the call. Then. Okay. So one thing I was trying to say is, so in some countries and some companies, they use specific terms for their engineering jobs. Like for example, some like in Japan, if you say, they will say a Kaizen engineer. So it's either it's a production engineer or industrial engineer, but in that particular company, for that particular job or a role, they will use a more detailed name. Similarly, you will sometimes you can find process engineer, process improvement engineer, those kind of things. So what you have to do is, like these students, one thing they should do is actually, so if you look at, like those days, we look at Sunday Observer to see what is the trend in engineering jobs in Sri Lanka, but now I know there are many websites that they advertise jobs. So if they start looking at those jobs, they can find out, what are the job description, what are the responsibilities that these companies are asking from the engineers. Then you can see, okay, when it says mechanical engineer, so they are expecting these. When if they say production engineer or industrial engineer or manufacturing engineer, they will ask this. So then you can match those things with your course offerings. Okay? So I have kind of flow when you make decisions, how to guide that, and I'll go one by one, but I'm just touching upon that one right now. So when you read those things, then you get this idea. Okay, so looks like I have to learn this one. So this course in my university looks covering this one. For example, I had a look yesterday about production engineering department. So they have like very good courses there, like especially some elective courses, right? One good thing I saw was there was one course related to production cost analysis. That's one more thing that a production engineer will have to do in most of the companies, right? And there was, production planning is definitely there. So you have to do that one, right? So you understand the industry trend, then you have to match with college courses, even for your undergrad, or in future you're considering postgraduate, then you have to consider that one, Let me quickly read a sample from a job description in US, right? It's for industrial engineers. So the key responsibilities, right? The industrial engineer will be responsible for planning, utilization of facilities, equipment, materials, and personnel to improve efficiency of operations. They will establish work measurement programs and analyze work samples to develop standards for labor utilization. Another duty will be to analyze the workforce utilization, that is layout, operational data, process flowcharts, and production schedules, to determine efficient utilization of workers and equipment. The industrial engineer will recommend methods of improving worker efficiency and reducing waste of materials and utilities, such as restructuring job duties, reorganizing workflow, reallocating workstations and equipment, and purchase of equipment, and will also confer with management and engineering staff to implement plans and recommendations. Right, so there are a few secondary job responsibilities, assist the design and development of cell layout through the use of motion economy. So this is particularly for that company. So I don't need to read this one. When I email this, you can have it. So the required qualification for this particular job that I was reading is bachelor's degree in industrial engineering or industrial technology or